But let's get into some of these big legal questions with the former acting U.S. Solicitor General of the United States, Neil Katyal. Welcome back.
Thank you, Ari. Great to see you.
Great to have you. What do you see happening here?
Well, it's on brand. You have basically a delay motion from Donald Trump, a motion so that he doesn't have to tell the truth, and so he can try and blow off this deadline today from the January 6th committee. I mean, and Donald Trump's a guy who's basically spent his whole life thinking that his money and power will insulate him from the obligations that ordinary citizens like you and I have. If we get subpoenaed by Congress, Ari, we don't file lawsuits. We show up and we tell the truth about what happened. And, also, like, as we've come to know from Trump, this is all about total forum shopping. I mean, he filed this lawsuit, Ari, in Florida to block a congressional committee sitting in Washington, D.C., subpoena to testify to avoid having Donald Trump testify in Washington, D.C. I mean, this is Washington, D.C. through and through, but he filed this thing in Florida. And it's a delay motion that is likely to push this past January and the changeover in the House.
Yeah. And so looking at that, here was Cheney on Meet the Press in October about all of this.
Treats this matter with great seriousness, and we are going to proceed in terms of the questioning of the former president under oath. Mm-hmm. It may take multiple days, and it will be done with a level of rigor and discipline and seriousness that it deserves. We are not going to allow the former president. He's not going to turn this into a circus.
That was when the discussion was testimony. Obviously, it's not going to be a circus if he's not even participating. If, and Kornacki's walking us through this shortly, if Republicans meet their estimate and hold the House, then the committee would formally be ending as a select committee. Is there room to then further litigate this, and do you think that's advisable?
Yes. So first of all, Trump will, all he needs is these proceedings in Florida courts to delay out past January, and then he'll hope that the January 6th committee is disbanded. But, Ari, there's another House in Congress. It's not just the House of Representatives. The Senate's there. And I think right now the Senate should be making immediate emergency plans to take over this investigation from the House, make it part of the Senate, make it a Senate investigation, because the truth has not been told. Donald Trump's afraid to tell the truth. Vice President Pence is afraid to tell the truth. It's up to now probably the Senate, if the political reports are right, that the House will switch control.
Yeah, really interesting. You're also thinking outside the box here. We had James Carville talking about going outside the House for a speaker, which is unusual, but technically legally possible constitutionally. You're talking about the fact.
And with Judge Luttig, no finer individual.
There we go. And you're reminding folks that now we know more than we did a week ago, and the Senate has that governing authority. And if they are going to litigate, although there are precedents where you can go past the amount of time that a given Congress was in session, you're reminding folks the Senate would have even larger ongoing oversight powers there. So that's really interesting, Neil. Thank you, as always. Hey, I'm Ari Melber. Thanks for watching The Beat. I wanted to let you know I'm writing a foreword to the January 6th committee's full report, which is coming out soon from HarperCollins. You can go pre-order the book right now, and it'll come to you first when the report comes out in the fall or whenever the government releases it. Just search Melber Jan 6 on Amazon or your favorite independent book site and click pre-order. You'll be the first to get both the report and my new piece on the coup conspiracy. You can also go to melberbook.com and order it there.